in the YouTube world and beyond. It's your boy B. I'm right back. About you cats with another video. Let me clean my camera. Right. I just made it worse. What it is. What up, y'all? How y'all feeling today, man? Happy Monday. What's new with y'all cats, man? How y'all been feeling? How was your weekend? Mine was straight. Ain't really do too much. I'm happy. Also, a little disappointed in myself, but I did all right, man. I did all right, y'all. And I'm actually feeling okay. All right. Not as good as last week, because I told you that I ran out of my prescriptions for my sensors, so I really don't know what my sugars are right now, but I could tell you it doesn't feel high. It does not feel high. It feels higher than the target range, but it still does not feel that high. And I'd much rather have it run a little bit high than low, because I told you last week, lows could kill you. Lows could definitely kill you. So not knowing what my blood sugar is right now, I'd much rather keep it high and give myself a little less insulin than more, But we right back up at you guys, man. I got a all right sleep last night, kind of disjointed. I was waking up, then falling back to sleep, waking up, then falling back to sleep. But that's usually what happens on the weekends, because when your body want to get some rest, your body gonna get rest, my people. Your body gonna get rest. And that's my live show. I get up early every single day. Early. So if I'm coming on here at 4:30 in the morning, you gotta expect me to wake up around 2:30 every morning. So waking up 2:30 every single morning, it definitely takes a toll out on your body. And by the time Friday and Saturday come around, y'all, I'll be exhausted. So on Saturdays, I'm usually taken out of the picture, y'all. On Saturdays, I'm usually out of the picture, just in and out of sleep. I will try to do lazy things on Saturday, like write a little bit of the dialogue and just take it slow. Just take it slow. But that's what I usually do. And then Sundays are usually the days that I begin to work again, So we got 10 people on that check-in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if this is something that you're into, my people. If this is something that you're into. And what is this? It ain't nothing too special, man. I'm just a regular dude, a regular brother on him work every day, talking about the happenings of the week. This is Freeport, New York, a suburb of New York City. And if you're in the check-in, hit that thumbs up. Also, subscribe and let me know where you coming in from. It is 4:30 a.m. out here. What time is it where you guys are? These cats is watering the sidewalk. They watering the sidewalk again. But it is what it is. Definitely is what it is, man. So what y'all got planned for the week, y'all? What do you guys have planned for the week? What are you guys looking forward to this week? What y'all got planned this week? And what y'all looking forward to this week? These birds be going crazy, son. Because they got a nest up there. And they just be killing these floors, man. Y'all got to see it during the daytime out here. Man. One day I came out here, I thought I was tripping. I thought I saw a damn flamingo. I know it ain't no flamingos in New York and Long Island, but I could have sworn I seen a flamingo. And my dog chased it, yo. Let me stop playing, yo. What if I came outside one day and seen an emu? A damn emu out here in Long Island. I'll run from an emu. I don't play with birds, yo. Birds ain't no joke, yo. Birds can be apex predators. You look at eagles, hawks. These things don't play. Falcons. Birds don't play, man. I'm telling you now, birds don't play. So imagine being back in prehistoric times, man, prehistoric times, where you had dinosaurs that flew, big ass dinosaurs that flew. It'd be no way for us humans to survive in that type of environment, man. It's a good, well, is it a good thing? I guess it is a good thing. You know, let me not be too liberal. It's a good thing that media came and killed out the large dinosaurs. That allowed a small mammal to survive. And those wild ancestors we directly descended from. But it is what it is, you know? It is what it is, man. But y'all got me a crazy week lined up, man. I already know last week was cool when it came to work. So this week is gonna be crazy. This week is gonna be crazy, man. We got somebody on the check-in that said, hi, who was that? Gaming Cloud, Gaming Fan, 8773. What up, my brother? Brandy Stagg said, too, what's going on? My boy Gaming Clan came on and said, where am I? I'm out here in New York, my brother. This is Long Island, New York, Nassau County, a suburb of New York City. This is Freeport right here. We about 30 minutes away from Queens, and we are also about 45 to 50 minutes away from Manhattan. We got HUD Research Department. What up, man? What up? How you feeling? He said the HUD Research Department. I like that, son. I like that. I like that. The HUD Research Department. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos of people going in their hood, just seeing different hoods in America. And I'm like, man, what am I doing, man? What am I doing? So instead of looking at hoods, man, I go out and look at some of the nice areas, man. Give me things to want, to dream about, things that I work toward. You feel me? Somebody else on the check-in gave me a hard sign. What up, what up, what up? What's your name on this? It sounds like something funny. What is it? Chickenese? Let me see your thing. What is that you got a picture of? I can't even really see. What creature is that? Yes, you're a funny dude, man. Yeah. So, yeah, man. You know, now I just look at the nice places, man. I like looking at nice restaurants in different cities. That's definitely one of my dreams. I watched this cat, Louis Lux. You ever see that dude, Louis Lux? Funny cat. He remind me of that dude from, what's that show from back in the day? With Stacey Dash. They had him. I think he playing Scrubs now. But him, he remind me of him, Mr. Louis Lux. He remind me of that cat. And he goes to like fine restaurants. He gets like the most expensive meals, the best champagnes and liquors. And I watch and I'm like, oh, all right, this would be something that I would like to do, man. Kind of like Anthony Bourdain. I think that like Anthony Bourdain was a cool dude, man. That cat was off of the official, son. I just like his style, the way he carried himself. So those lifestyle people, I definitely rock with them, you know. Somebody said, yes, exactly, is a chicken. He said, yo, you got to keep dreaming and doing. Facts, my brother, facts. You definitely got to keep dreaming and doing. Keep dreaming, and you got to do it, yo. You got to do it. There was a time in my life, man, where I'm taking this same walk right here, and all I'm doing is just dreaming. Like you just said, dreaming. Like, all right, what if I own this house? What if I own this house? What would go on in this house? And I wasted so much time in my life dreaming and acting out situations that would never come true. Will never come true, yo. You feel me? But I realized, man, there's nothing wrong with dreaming. There's absolutely nothing wrong with dreaming, but you got to mix it up. You got to actually start doing stuff, man, along with it. So you can't just be having empty dreams. You got to be like, all right, damn, yo, I want this. What avenues do I have to try to make this happen? And I was thinking, man, doing a lot of thinking, y'all. And y'all know I'm a heavy advocate on going to school. But I also know a lot of people who are entrepreneurs. And I sit back and I think, and I'm like, all right, there's nothing wrong with having skills. Absolutely nothing wrong with having skills, and school is going to teach you how to be a great employee. Once I realized that about school, yo, school became so easy, man. School is not really about learning the topic or having a deep understanding. You just got to know how to answer questions. You got to be to school every single day. You got to participate in class. and you got to do your assignments. Now, if you did all of that stuff, you will have an understanding of the subject material because you're actually reading, you're actually doing assignments, and that's what the curriculum is designed for you to do. But school is never going to teach you how to really, really, really excel out here. Like, be a real exceller. You know what I mean? Because, like, when it comes to that, so what brought me to these types of conclusions is, again, y'all know, y'all follow my page every single day, yo. And y'all see me walking to work around 4:30. Y'all get this job, my everything, right? All my talents. And I'm like, these cats are truly, truly, truly benefiting from everything that I do. Meanwhile, I'm not doing anything for myself. So I don't control the research for my company. I don't control what we do with the research in my company. And honestly, somebody else could tell me to stop researching what I'm researching, even if I know for a fact that what I'm doing is really making a difference. But somebody over my head could come up and be like, nah, don't do that. And being, a man like myself, that kind of bothered me, man. Honestly, that kind of bothered me, for real, So I decided I'm going to take all my skills in researching, my skills in leading meetings, and I'm going to start trying to benefit from it myself, man. So nowadays, the job do not get 100% of my time, man. They get the time when I'm there. If something big come up and my manager truly asks me to help him out for it, I will do it. But from now on, I'm taking that time out and I'm doing things that I like. So we got my boy on the check-in again. He says, so right, I have to go now. You're a cool guy. Hope you have a nice rest of your day and life. Peace, my man. All right, thanks, my brother. Thanks, man. Thanks. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Appreciate you checking in, man. I definitely catch you again. Definitely catch you again. So yeah, these jobs in the company, they definitely not getting all of my time, yo. And then even when I'm in that place, like, oh my Lord, yo. Oh my Lord. And I'm not gonna talk about work here, not gonna do that. But I will say this, I do have to start being tougher, yo. I gotta start being tougher and holding people to the fire. Being tougher and holding people to the fire, But there's one thing I can't do is be fake. So when I see you and I see what you're doing and I see that you're BSing me, sometimes it just make me mad. I start getting short with the person and I don't like that. Why can't you just be real? So I have two situations where I do my research, right? I do my research. And again, like I told you guys, in my company, I'm the first person to do some of the stuff that I'm doing. Like, I created the procedures to do this stuff. Nobody was even looking at this stuff prior to me looking at this stuff, right? So I'm looking at some stuff and I'm seeing like what's going on. And they're not used to my company doing this. And they definitely not used to someone who speaks like I speak, someone who they believe doesn't have a computer background, even though I do have a degree in computer science. So I understand algorithms, understand all of that type of stuff. But, I don't push that across. I'm not one of these guys that's gonna get up here and speak about theory and use big words that people can't understand. I'm not that type of person. I'm gonna speak for the average layman to understand. So sometimes you get overlooked and people don't think that you are as intelligent as you are. But when I show them things, these people really think they could game me and get out of it. So what I noticed in my company is that not too many people are being deep thinkers. All they doing and calling themselves managers is passing the buck. So the company will say, oh, we having this problem. All they do is say, oh, we are? All right, let me get this to the correct department, and then we'll have a meeting to discuss this. Then they have meetings. Then after that meeting, they go on schedule another meeting to discuss the conclusion, when nobody's really sitting down to try to understand the conclusion. They're just saying, okay, well, I started this and I'm sounding like I'm controlling the meeting, and they're getting on the phone and they on Teams and they yelling so that everybody in the damn company can hear what they're doing. Yo, it's the worst thing ever. And all these cats is doing is staying on the surface, son. They're not getting deep. And I'm just like, damn. Like, I knew this from the streets. But I'm seeing that the streets is just like the corporate world, son. The loudest people, the most flashiest people are the people you gotta watch out for, man. You know, that dude cursing in the street, talking to you what he gonna do to you. Most likely he ain't gonna do nothing. Same thing in the office. The person you see walking around with folders, the people you see talking the loudest on the phone, the people you see with their head up the most, I'm telling you, son, those dudes know the least. They know the least, yo. So, 2 situations happened last week where I'm bringing things up to these guys, and they just act like, no, this is it, blah, blah, this, that, blah, 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 this, that. And I'm like, all right, man, all right. So I'm listening to you. So I listen, and then I go back and do my own research. And now when I do my research, I see that it contradicts what you're saying. And I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, yo, you don't know what you're talking about, and this try to, throw you on the bus and add mad different people onto the email to make you look bad. I'm not that type of person. It's gonna be a personal talk between me and you. If I see you made a mistake, I'm gonna pull you to the side and be like, yo, nah, you can't, this is what's going on, and this is what happened. And I'm not gonna try to embarrass you, son. You know what I mean? But people be dodging me now. And I feel like kind of crazy by trying to chase people down. And, I don't want to feel like an asshole by saying, well, this is what it is and this is what it is. And you're lying to me. I don't want to do that, son. I don't want to do that. But I think I'm going to have to change my ways, man. I think I'm going to have to change my ways, yo. Because the work don't get done, get finished. And I'm going to be the one that take the blame. So I ain't taking blame for nobody else no more, man, And I think this is going to be the week where I'm not going to say shut people down. I'll say share information with them. Share information with them. I think that this is what this week is going to be about, sharing information with people. You feel me? Because this stuff got to get done, and they ain't doing it right. And they definitely not doing it right, man. Hate to get preachy on here. Hate to get preachy, so I will step back. You dig? I'm stepping back. We got 8 people on the check-in, 3 thumbs up. Hit that like button if I'm speaking some things that you guys go through all the time too. Do you guys go through people underestimating you? Do you go through people underestimating you? When people underestimate you, do you feel like you got to show them that they wrong? I used to try to combat people like that. But then I asked myself why. And I'm like, yo, why does that sting me so much? And I just started saying like, all right, it hurts me so much when people try to talk to me like I'm stupid. It's because I care what they think about me. But honestly, I don't even care no more, son. You could think I am whatever you are. It is what it is, man. And that don't mean nothing. But we're going to get this work done. Regardless, we're going to get it done. You understand what I'm saying? Don't matter what you think about me, but we're going to get it done. And I feel one of the people I was working with literally was just talking like crazy to me, telling me what I need to do, not knowing like I already got a degree in computer programming. She talking about I need to go take some data analyst classes. I'm just sitting there like, yo, you crazy. Then this same person tried to tell me to use Copilot to write SQL or SQL. I'm like, Ma, like I wanted to say this, but I'm like, nah, don't even say it. Just don't conflict it. Don't just, it is what it is. Whatever she think is whatever she think. But yo, I'm programming in VBA, son. So if I'm programming in Visual Basics applications, then you already know that SQL isn't that hard for me. I know C, C++, I know Perl, a little bit of machine language. I know all this stuff. I went to school for all of that. I took all of those classes. Physics, the same class that she took, yo, because she got the same degree as me. But I told her that Copilot could do all this stuff for you. And AI, she like, nah, they can't do it. 2 years later, she come back to me telling me I need to use Copilot. And it's just the craziest thing, yo. The craziest thing. Then trying to, like, make me feel stupid trying to explain logic that I already know the logic to. So I'm just sitting there just listening, you know what I mean? Listening, just, fighting my hardest to snap at her. You understand what I'm saying? Because I do not want to do that. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to chill. And this week we just got to set it straight, man. I just got to try to figure out the best way to do it. think I'm gonna show some examples and then say, well, using this definition, then this should count, right? And then let them deal with it. And just not even care how it land, man. If people think you're an asshole, people think you're an asshole, son, fuck it. You know, you just try and do your best work. That's all you try and do. That's all you want to do. No mind contest. I'm joking. But yeah, let me get up out of here, my people. We getting close to the 7-11. This was a preachy episode. I don't like these type of episodes, man. I hate these type of episodes, but I wouldn't be real if I didn't come up here and tell you cats what's on my mind, you know? And I even get around to tell y'all, we released a video on the page last night. It is speaking about the New York City Zodiac. This isn't the same Zodiac that y'all used to. Y'all used to the Zodiac that was out there in California. This guy was a copycat. He was a copycat killer. He was the New York Zodiac, man. And I was young at the time when he was doing his crimes, but I do remember. And everybody used to think, so around that same time, Bloods was around. They would ask you the time, and if you look down, you would get, you'll get slashed on your face. We also had those situations where people would drive around with their lights out, and if you blinked them and told them that they lights was out, they'll follow you, try to shoot you. And we also had the urban legend with the Zodiac, son. Back in like 1990, we had the Zodiac killer out here in New York. And he would go, well, we thought he was going around asking people for their Zodiac. And if it matched what he was looking for, then you would get shot. Now, the funny thing is people was lying and saying they wasn't the Zodiac that they was. But isn't that the same? Like, you don't know what Zodiac sign he was looking for. You don't know what Zodiac sign he was looking for, you feel me? So you could have said that, lying about your own Zodiac, but still got caught because that's the sign he was looking for, But it is what it is. Y'all go to the page, check that, my people. It's a great video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and I'm up out of here, man. I'm up out of here, about to go catch this train. I got a couple minutes. I love y'all, my people. We up out here.